There is one secret to success in personal and in business life that might still be considered a weakness, and it's time we change it so we can actually build that life of our dream. And that's what I'll be discussing today. I'm excited you're here. Hello and welcome. In case we haven't met before, my name is Katrin from bloomwithkatrin.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. Please don't be shy, whether you're joining me live or later on the replay. Say hi, let me know where you're tuning in from so I can circle back around and chat a little bit with you. I'm looking forward to be able to do that. And I love helping networkers like yourself leveraging powerful online strategies so you can create that active dream team and do so with confidence, savvy, and soul. And, all the strategies we can learn, there's one thing, and it's actually, they say 90% of real success is built between our ears. So what's going on in our mind. So I thought it might be worthwhile to share this little story with you today here, because I had a cool conversation with a little bit of a struggling network marketer the other day, and we actually came to the point of addressing this. So if you have a feeling, an idea what that secret to success might be that this lady actually considered weakness, drop it down below while I say hi to Maddie. Thanks for joining me. How are you going today? It is good to see you too. So I'm obviously going to give it to you because I don't want to keep you long, right? Let's respect each other's times. So that one thing that might actually be a secret to success and you might still actually consider a weakness is asking for help. How does that make you feel? Does that ruffle a little bit of your feathers there? Let me know, because I know I was there for a very long time. I was always having a hard time asking for help, right? I was brought up to be an independent woman. I learned to do things on my own. I'm kind of like a do-it-yourself person, tap on the heart if you can relate to that one. And I actually also like feeling, that I'm capable in my own abilities. Let me know whether you can relate as well, right? So here's what I used to think, especially when it came to building my business. I'm just going to model what the successful people are doing, right? And then I'm going to be successful as well, right? Because I know how to think, how to come up with things myself, right? Let me know whether you can relate to that one. Here's what happened to me. I got so confused, so overwhelmed, so trying to do everything and not really doing the things in the right order and really in the most effective way neither, that I wasn't going anywhere. But here comes. I was too proud to admit it to myself, let alone go ask for help for a very long time. I did finally, and I'm happy I did, but I wish I'd done so sooner, okay? Because really, who's benefiting really from us sitting in our cave, right? Not letting anybody in, not being upfront, not being open with anybody of what's really going on in our life. Let me know whether you can relate to that one as well, right? So now I found a quote by Jolene Johnson the other day that I thought was really, really powerful when it came to this, and it helped me break through that barrier inside my mind of asking for help is a sign of weakness. Okay, and here it is. So, and I'm going to read it to you. So I'm not going to, I want to do it justice. Let's put it that way. So you are not weak for asking for help. Let me say that again. You are not weak for asking for help in whichever area of your life, I might add. In fact, and here's the business part of it, the most successful people rely on getting help. So let's put our ego, our pride, and our fears aside and step up and get the help that we actually require, right? What's Maddie saying? You're enjoying your morning coffee. Enjoy. And you totally relate. Thanks for being upfront with me here as well. Thanks, Maddie. It's a sign of strength to ask for help. Yes, it is. I couldn't agree more. But honestly, it was quite a struggle for me to get there. Let me know, has this ever been or always been easy for you, Maddie, to go ask for help? Because I know it was a bit difficult for me. And I'm actually at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my main tip of even when I come to somebody asking for help, how I feel. I'm not coming from a point of weakness, but from a point of strength. So I hope this is going to give you value as well. So let's dive on in deeper. Actually, asking for help is part of our DNA, right? Humanity is always then at its most successful when we collaborate, when we work together, and when we learn from each other. And asking for help definitely is learning from each other. Wouldn't you agree, right? So really, we're not designed to rely only on ourselves. Actually, I think that's the root cause of so many people not really living life, or their best life, shall I say, maybe, right? Because we try to make it work all by ourselves all the time, right? And here's the thing. The people around us are not necessarily there by chance, and they have different strengths and gifts for this world than you and I have. And that's a beautiful thing. And I mean, just the thought of when we all bring our strengths and all our gifts together, of what this world could look like within a very short period of time, just really gives me positive goosebumps. Okay, let me know whether you can relate to that as well. I believe we are meant to help each other out. Okay, but nobody else can read your mind. And this is something that I used to get quite emotional about, shall I say, in my love relationship, right? Because I was thinking, well, if you really love me so very much as you say, which he does, and that's a good thing, I was like, well, you should know what I need right now without me having to ask for help. Can you relate to that one as well? So waking up to the fact that he's not a mind reader, and by the way, vice versa, has really improved our relationship. Let's put it that way. So this is not only true for business life, but also for personal life. Okay. So, sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm so close in front of my problem that for some reason I can't really see it anymore clearly, right? I can't think clearly. I'm like too close to it. Let me know whether this makes sense, right? So getting a second opinion, having a friend come in, having a mentor or a coach give you advice or guidance can really help with clarity. And I know I wouldn't be where I'm at, whether as a human being or as a business owner, an entrepreneur, without the coaching and mentorship that I've invested in. So let me know whether you can relate to that one as well, okay? And here's another story that I wanted to share with you, because I still work at a job in a company. We build railway machinery, and there's plenty of awesome engineers there, right? And they're really bright minds and creative spirits. And some of them, I feel like they still want to reinvent the wheel. So for whatever reason, it's really difficult for them. And we're really working on this with a few of them personally, of overcoming that notion of, yeah, but I need to invent the wheel myself. Obviously, that's not what we're doing, right? I'm just making this really clear for everybody, right? Why not take the wheel as it is and try to make it even better and innovate, right? Rather than starting from scratch all the time. So I hope this is making sense. But for me, it was like, yeah, that's exactly what so many of us are struggling with. Now, if you're building a networking business like I am, you might be struggling with different things, right? Maybe you're struggling a little bit with your conversations, and you know how to attract people to you, maybe, and you are having conversations, but for whatever reason, they're not going the way that you want them to go, right? Nobody's got 100% success rate. That's normal, right? But when you feel like, I really don't know, please get with your upline, have them take a look at your conversations, and maybe it's just a little tweak sometimes that we can change for us to really see much better results. So it can really give us much clarity as well. So it's more effective and faster as well when we actually dare to ask for help. Now, here's my tip on how to come to a coaching call, for example, to a conversation like that from a place of strength rather than weakness. Because here's what used to happen to me when I got into my coaching, right? And I actually got mentors help me and look over things with myself. And I was so confused and so overwhelmed. And by the way, if that's where you're at, especially when it comes to social media, and I know I was there for a long time, please check out my checklist. I'm going to put the link into the comments when I'm done with this video, so you can grab that, okay? You don't even have to ask anybody for help there. You can just grab that checklist. It's going to help you turn that social media overwhelm back into the joy of hopefully building a successful business here on social media, right? But say, right, so I was back, when I was having those first coaching calls and mentorship calls with my mentors, I was so confused and so overwhelmed that the only questions I came with were like, tell me what to do. I am so confused. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Please tell me what to do. Okay. And I'll do it. And to me, really, today, after having gone through that process a few times, truly, and again, I wouldn't be where I'm at without these calls and these people who've helped me really grow into who I am today. That was really coming from a place of weakness. Okay, so here's what I do now, and I hope this can help you as well when you get on a clarity call or a coaching call of some sort, is actually bring questions, okay? Come prepared, bring your questions, know what it is that you want to work on with your coach, okay? And if you don't have anybody to talk to, I'm happy, to jump on a clarity call with you. And you're going to get from me a questionnaire, because I want you to have the clarity to know what it is that you want to specifically work on. And then also, have them ahead of time is very helpful for myself, and it is also for my mentors, right? There is actually required to send these questionnaires in 48 hours before the call. How come? Well, so the mentor can prepare, not because they can't do it on the fly and on the go. Of course they can, right? But it's going to be more effective when they have a little bit of time to prepare for the call. Does that make sense? So whoever, it is you choose to ask for help, make sure that they know what it is that you want to talk about with them. Make sure that you've got your questions ready and send it to the person you're investing with and you're asking for help ahead of time, so they can prepare, so your call is going to be most effective. And also bring what it is that you've been doing in a way that the other person can take a look at it, so you can actually evaluate what it is that you've been doing. So whether that's a messenger conversation, whether that's, maybe a little video about what's been going on in your family, if that's really where it is that you want to evaluate your actions or your relationship, right? Really bring that clarity to the call, and you're going to get much more clarity and actionable steps as well out of the call. At least that's my experience. So I hope that was helpful for you. Drop me down below if this was like a little bit of an aha for you, because I know when I was new to this concept of getting myself into coaching and getting help, I was like, yeah, I don't really know what to do and what to ask. But just start, okay? Just write down all your questions you've never dared ask, because there is no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing to me today that is weak, when I'm confused, when I'm overwhelmed, is not to get help, okay? So let's, as Jolene Johnson put it, we're not weak for asking for help, not at all. In fact, the most successful people, I'm going to repeat that, rely on getting help. So let's put our ego, our pride, our fears aside, and step up and get the help we need, so we can create the best life we are actually entitled to live. And again, bringing all our strengths and gifts together, I think the world is going to be a much better place for that. So thanks so much for joining me. It was a pleasure having you. Maddie, wishing you a great day. Thank you for joining me on the replay, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best from Katrin, and it's time for you to take action. Ask for help if that is where you're at, and bloom. Talk to you soon. Bye.